Welcome to Sun City News. I'm your host, Norma Taylor, and here are some of the news stories we're covering for you this week. We update you on important community association news. Reporter Judy Lampy checks out the Bluffton Library Bookmobile. And our news team was at the recent All About Art show and sale. Those stories and much more are coming up. Sun City News starts now.
This is Sun City News with Norma Taylor and the Sun City News team, covering our community and the Lowcountry.
Get ready for Atlantic hurricane season and attend the annual Hurricane Preparedness Seminar at 10 a.m. on Thursday, May 16th in Pinckney Hall. Learn from state and local officials on how to prepare for severe weather in the Lowcountry. Now, before the seminar, check out the Hurricane Awareness page on suncityhiltonhead.org, where you can find a copy of the Hurricane Preparedness Guide, evacuation maps, and frequently asked questions. The Hurricane Hotline number is also posted on this page. All of Sun City's outdoor pools are open 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily. New hours for fitness centers and indoor pools went into effect in April. Please visit suncityhiltonhead.org for the complete hours of operation. Residents interested in running for the resident seat on the Sun City Board of Directors are invited to the election information meeting at 2 p.m. on Monday, May 20th at the Lakehouse. Mark your calendar for National Senior Fitness Day from 8:15 to 11 a.m. on Wednesday, May 29th at the Pavilion and Pinckney Hall. Participate in exercise, sample massages, vendors, refreshments, and more. Now, this event is free to all Sun City residents. For more information about these events and more, check your email inbox for eNews Weekly or log on to suncityhiltonhead.org. Thanks to Sun City and Beaufort County Library Board member Anna Maria Tabernick, services of the Beaufort County Bookmobile to Sun City will soon be expanding. Here's reporter Judy Lampy with what you need to know.
The Beaufort County Bookmobile has arrived in Sun City, and it's really a grand event for all the residents. There are more and more people that come and use their services, and today we're going to hear about some new services that they're offering to our community. I'm talking with Amanda Dickman, and Amanda, you have a very fancy title for the Bookmobile.
I do. I am the manager of our mobile services and outreach for the Beaufort County Library System.
Okay, and I understand that you make Bookmobile stops to many places throughout the county. So how many stops would you make?
That's a great question. Typically, we've been making about 40 stops every calendar month. But with the addition of a new Bookmobile, that'll almost double. So we're almost serving about 80 separate sites all across the county.
So what are the new services that are going to come right here to Sun City?
Wonderful. My biggest announcement that I can make is that starting in June of this calendar year, 2019, we will be increasing our visits to Sun City to weekly visits, accepting any holidays that might fall. But in addition to that, we are changing our days. This is very important. That people are used to us coming on Mondays, but we will now be coming on Thursdays. So that's every Thursday, barring any holidays. We'll be here in front of Pinckney Hall from 11 to 12:30, but we'll also be making a new stop at Riverbend from 10 to 10:45. So every Thursday you can catch us in either of those campuses.
So you're going to stop at both places every Thursday?
That's correct.
Well, that is really fantastic news. So for some people who have not used the Bookmobile, what are some of the services that you provide?
Our most popular service here at Sun City has been our ability to deliver holds or specifically requested items. As you can see from our desk here, we have quite a number of pickups to deliver today. So Sun City residents, library card holders, they can go on our library catalog online or ask a librarian to place a specific item on hold, and then we'll bring it out. The name of the new Bookmobile that will be on the road serving Sun City is Bookmobile South. So when you're looking at our list of branches, you'll look for Bookmobile South, and that's the Bookmobile that will be visiting Sun City.
The All About Art Club hosted their spring show and sale, and our news team was there to check out all the action and the amazing talent. Well, we're here at the Art Club, and I'm here with Nancy Hall, who's president of the All About Art Club. And you're having your opening this weekend, and tonight's the grand wine and cheese reception.
Tonight is the opening reception, yes.
Okay, but you've already, all of this has been judged except for the most favorite or whatever?
People's Choice,
People's
yes,
Choice.
yes.
So how many winners were there?
There are 3 winners in each category. We have 7 categories,
Wow.
and then we have the Best in Show. Trish Jedrick won that piece, or that award, and then we have the People's Choice, which will count those ballots every day, and we'll find out who that winner is on Sunday.
So, okay,
on-
now how
on
many
Sunday.
entries had you had?
117 by 71 artists. 71 members, yes.
A lot of talented people here in
Yes,
Sun
yes,
City.
we have amazing talent, and I think that's just one of the best things about the show is that people, they come from all over and they bring their talents and their gifts, and we pull it all together with the spring show, and then we have the fall show, and then Double Vision as well.
What are the different categories? Can you name them all?
Watercolor, mixed media, acrylic, oil, drawing, pastel, non-representational art, and then we actually have another category that's not judged, and it's called Other, because it's a variety of medium that doesn't necessarily fit one of those categories. And non-representational art is a newer category for us, and it's not abstract art, because abstract art is an abstraction of an object, but non-representational art is based purely on color and design. There are no recognizable objects.
It is amazing, the amount of talent, and some of these people have never painted before.
That's true. We have new individuals interested, or they've had other careers and they say, I'm retired now, this is my chance to do something I've always been passionate about or wanted to explore, and they try it, and it's amazing when you see what they accomplish in so little time, and exciting for them, very exciting.
Oh yeah, it's exciting. It's wonderful. Well, thank you, Nancy.
Yeah,
and
thank
good luck
you.
on- When we come back, our medical consultant, Dr. Lou Valenti, brings us another Health Matters report. Reporter Judy Lampe checks out DNA analysis from the Genealogy Club. The crew from The Breeze gives us a preview of what's coming up. We'll be right back after these important messages. Treating patients is difficult enough, but when patients complain about symptoms that cannot be corroborated with evidence, it's a nightmare for everyone. Our medical consultant, Dr. Lou Valenti, is here to talk about somatic symptom disorder. Dr. Lou?
A friend tells you that she is suffering from different problems, but none of the medical tests reveal any evidence of disease. This is called somatic symptom disorder and is more prevalent in women and with those with more health issues. A little worry over something is normal, but for some people, fear and concern over symptoms can get out of control. These people may develop excessive preoccupation with physical symptoms such as pain and fatigue, which can result in significant emotional distress and affect the quality of life. Very often, family or friends might want to be helpful to patients with this condition or be just critical by saying things like, "It's all in your head." This may be true because the mind can influence the body and create or complicate illnesses. A physical disease can be made worse by mental factors, and mental factors can cause physical symptoms where there are no physical disease. These symptoms are due to increased activity of nerve impulses sent from the brain to various parts of the body. Some common symptoms include dizziness, heart symptoms and palpitations, nausea, chest, or shortness of breath. Thoughts, feelings, and behavior can misinterpret normal sensations as harmful or life-threatening. They may be concerned that the medical evaluation and treatment they had were improper. They are constantly checking the body for abnormalities and make frequent trips to the doctor for questionable symptoms. This condition is a mental health concern that affects roughly 5% of the population. Several related conditions share similar symptoms. Illness anxiety disorder, once called hypochondriasis, refers to one who is concerned that they are or may become ill. Functional neurological disorders consist of neurological symptoms that cannot be explained by neurological testing. Finally, factitious disorder is marked by deliberately falsifying physical or psychological symptoms in order to appear ill, often without a clear external gain. These patients are difficult to treat, and it takes a doctor a long time to get to understand them. I am Dr. Lou Valente for Health Matters.
The Computer Club Special Interest Group, GenSig, is just the thing for those wanting to climb the family tree. Recently, the group presented an entertaining program called The Body Snatcher, which advised residents on what's really necessary for a productive and credible genealogy search. Here's our news team with more on the story.
So tonight we're going to talk a little bit about some basic principles for genealogical research. There are 4 kinds of DNA. We're going to talk about 3 right now. Y DNA follows the paternal line. Females have no Y DNA. We don't get it. We're out of luck. The father gives it to the son, who gives it to the son, who gives it to the son. That's Y DNA. Y DNA is basically unchanged through the generations. It can mutate, but basically it's unchanged. Mitochondrial DNA is sometimes called the maternal line. It's passed down from a mother to her children of both sexes, but her male child cannot pass it down. He inherits it, but he can't pass it to his children. So if there's a male introduced to that mitochondrial DNA line, it stops. That mitochondrial DNA stops. It's not inherited through the male line. Everything in between, all those gray areas, all of that is autosomal DNA, which is ancestry DNA, Family Tree DNA's Family Finder, 23andMe, MyHeritage DNA, Living DNA. All of those are autosomal DNA tests. So the problem is we have and we understand the inheritance pattern for Y DNA. We understand the inheritance pattern for mitochondrial DNA. But when you autosomal DNA test, autosomal DNA has a random inheritance pattern. Did you guys know that every one of us in this room shares 99.9% of our DNA? We do. The whole human race shares the same 99.9% DNA. When we DNA test, we want to look at that 0.1% that makes us mothers, fathers, cousins, aunts, uncles. That's what we're interested in. That makes us what we now recognize as a family.
Are you a better person than you were 15 years ago? Is your retirement what you visualized? Our panelists from The Breeze want to know.
Well, ladies, we've had a good time outside Perrysburg today, talking to some people about whether or not they think they're a better person and why.
Well, one of the things we're also, I think, going to talk about is, problems that you might have with your adult children's expectations, and we hope to offer some possible solutions.
So, Margie, you think there's a problem after you retire with changing relationships with adult children?
Oh, I think so, especially if we've been used to living down the block or in the same driving distance from them, and suddenly here we are.
Well, I know that in my case, it's great to live in Sun City. I think I'm a better person. But many will disagree with that. But we'll talk about that, some of the pitfalls, and what we can do about it. when we again shoot the breeze in our June episode. Please join us.
There's much more to come on Sun City News. Randy Selman's here with an entertainment report, and we have an update from Lifestyle Services. Ray Tapio checked out the women's tennis organization Derby Day. We'll return after some messages from our sponsors. It's time for entertainment. So Randy, it looks like there's no rest for the weary this month.
You're right, Norma. The calendar is chock full of great activities and events. On Saturday, May 18th, the annual Sun City Mayfest is back, and it seems to get bigger and better. The headliners will entertain you as you eat, drink, and connect with friends and neighbors. Bring a lawn chair and enjoy the evening in and around the pavilion. Gate and Cash Bar opens at 5 p.m. and the band kicks off at 6. Tickets are $8 and they're available online or at Lifestyle Services. Fred Bevel is the featured comedian for Funny Business this month. Fred's humor was inspired by Bob Newhart, Don Rickles, Lucille Ball, and Carol Burnett. While attending the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, he was cast in Beverly Hills 90210 and Saved by the Bell. He was also the headlining performer at comedy clubs from Florida to Alaska. Tickets are $13 and available online or at Lifestyle Services. Coming for 2 nights, Thursday, May 23rd and Friday, May 24th, Rumors, the Fleetwood Mac tribute band, will perform all the original's greatest hits. Rumors, named for one of the top-selling albums of all time, will amaze you with songs such as Dreams, The Chain, and the ever-popular Landslide. So sit back and relive the glory days when Fleetwood Mac was the king of rock and roll. The show in Magnolia Hall begins at 7 p.m. and tickets are limited, so please purchase them online or at Lifestyle Services. Taking a peek into events scheduled in June, tickets are now on sale for the Fab Four, one of the best Beatles tribute bands ever due to their precise attention to detail. Tickets are $35 for this concert, being performed at 2 and 7 p.m. Thursday, June 13th in Magnolia Hall. More about this concert and more events on next week's show. I'm Randy Selman, and this is your entertainment report. Remember, life is entertaining, so please don't miss the show.
Well, Ray's here with another sports report. And Ray, I understand you have some more great tennis coverage for us. But why don't we ever see you out there competing on the courts?
As you well know, I dearly love tennis. But as for me actually competing at this stage of the game, it's just not my racket. Well, the weather cleared up for the annual Women's Tennis Organization charity event. Take a look at the interview with the director and her assistant. Unbelievable. We're here for the 12th year that the Women's Tennis Organization has run this charity event. And here to tell you all about it is Rita Fryer, Norma Taylor, of course, and Barbara Fluharty, who's been doing it. How many years, Barbara?
About 12.
Only 12 years. You can find the details.
Okay. Tell us all the details. First of all, you have a great day in spite of, we thinking, rain. So
Perfect.
What's going to go on here today, Barbara?
Well, we're going to start off with a tennis round robin where everybody comes out and we're going to play tennis. Then we're going into the pavilion where it's set up like Derby Day, and we're going to have a hat contest and a visor contest, and all the proceeds are going to go to Public Tennis Inc. We have scholarship fund for local high school kids, and we're going to have a couple of them here today.
Rita, so how many people are participating?
Well, I believe we have 62 for the tennis and the lunch, and then we have 20 for lunch only. So we have at least 82, plus the kids who are coming, and one of their mothers too, I know.
We'll probably end up about 100.
We then went over to the pavilion and got a look at the items that were donated to be auctioned off in the silent auction, all for the benefit of charity. I spoke with the director, Jill Moss, to get the lowdown. I'm here with Jill Moss. She is the director of the silent auction, I believe they call it.
Yes, the silent auction.
I'm not too familiar with it, but you can explain it to our audience what it's all about. Jill, go ahead.
Well, the silent auction, we've got the bid sheets out here. You walk around, there's an item you want to bid on. You put down how much you want to bid, and then you keep coming back and checking on it so that if you want to be the high bid by the end of the day, then you have then you get the auction.
A fun time was had by all the tennis ladies, and another charity event was a success right here in Sun City. You know, I am proud to live in a community that has donated hundreds of thousands of dollars, all to local charities. Ray Tapio for Sun City Sports.
This month's episode of Low Country Snapshots has a little different venue that you're sure to enjoy. A private piano concert featuring Dr. Jerry Anderson, a classical pianist who has performed extensively as a soloist, accompanist, chamber musician, and much more. Here's a preview.
So tell us a little bit about just kind of your background and where you've played and what kind of music, and just take it from there.
Thank you, Judy. Well, I came to music at a very early age. My parents were both musicals. There was always music in the home. And I started lessons at age 7 with my mother sitting at the keyboard with me at my practice time. And that learning of a practice commitment and commitment to doing music well was instilled by them.
What are the different types of music that you play?
Check Sensations magazine for Sun City TV's program schedule for air times of Low Country Snapshots. Well, thanks for watching our show this week. We invite you to check out Sun City TV's weekly program schedule in Sensations magazine. And now check highlights and alerts on Twitter at Sun City TV HHI. Also, email us at suncitytvhh@gmail.com. And to see extended coverage of your favorite news segment, tune into Extra. Check the current Sensations magazine for daily times. And make sure you tune in next week to find out all the news that's happening in our community. In the meantime, I hope your week is full of only good news. For Sun City News, I'm Norma Taylor, and I'll see you next week.